what I was thinking the other night. Like, we should do like a halftime show. Like, here's your $20 gift card to your free F5 at the Whirlwinds Cafe.
Yeah, I just feel like that'd be fun. Like a half-court contest, 3-point contest. All right, Whirlwind fans, make a noise for whoever I'm gonna be there.
Eloise Front, you're up.
Not like Kevin. Welcome to the wind tunnels. Good to you. Let's pray.
Man, they got some high-tech gear over there today.
I have no idea what that is.
First matchup of the season for these two.
Do you have the anthem and the lineup music ready to go? Okay, sounds good. And then we'll go live in 2.5 minutes, but that shouldn't really affect you that much. So we should be good then. And is there any way to turn our mics up a little bit? We're just kind of soft. Just a little bit would be great. Yeah, can you still do it? Yeah.
So is that input or output?
First one?
Yeah.
I'm not good with tech. I just know it sounds good, and then I defer to the geniuses over here.
Can I see a headset?
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Okay. And just a second. Hello, 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 hello.
Testing levels. You're testing again?
Hello, hello.
Should be.
Welcome to Central Indiana, home of Indiana Christian Academy. I'm Bergeron Crispin. He's Ryan Baisley as we get set for the latest presentation of Whirlwind basketball from ICA. Keys of the game brought to you by the Indiana Association of Christian Schools. Ryan, take it away.
Yeah, tonight we got a great matchup. ICA coming off strong against their Tuesday night matchup against Heritage Hall, where they looked absolutely dominant. Keys of the game for ICA: start fast, pressure defensively. They need to control the boards through Jacob Gilbert there, and then to get Kyle Stevens some clean looks early in the game. If they do that, they'll add some points to the board early and take it away. For Colonial, what they need to do is limit those second chance points. Ronan Young for the Cougars there have been red hot. He needs to dominate in the rebounds and make sure he adds points to the board as well, and make sure they're hitting those outside shots to keep ICA honest.
So it's the Cougars of Colonial taking on the Whirlwinds of ICA. We got the opening tip, anthem, and lineups right around the corner. Sit back, relax, and strap it down. You got Whirlwind basketball coming your way. Back inside Campbell Court. He's Ryan Baisley. I'm Bergeron Crispin as we get ready for the opening tip. ICA in their alternate gray. The Cougars of Colonial in their traditional road blue. Starting lineups brought to you by the IACS, Indiana Association of Christian Schools. For the Cougars will be number 10, Garrett Kavanaugh. Number 12, Peter Marinelli. Number 13, Logan Bruce. Number 20, Gabriel Rogers. And number 23, Ronan Young. Ryan mentioned to watch out for him in the outset. And for the Whirlwinds, you got Ethan Tucker, Josiah DeGeblo in the circle, Jack Tucker, Kyle Stevens, who had the hot hand early in their game against Heritage Hall. And Jake Gilbert down low. Gilbert double team. DeGeblo is blocked. And he'll head to the charity stripe to shoot 2. And the foul, waiting for a call. The foul will be on number 10. That's Garrett Kavanaugh. That'll be his first, team's first. So right off the bat, Ryan, ICA getting aggressive inside with the combo of Gilbert and Degbelow as he sinks the first.
Yeah, Degbelow went to the line a number of times Tuesday night. Sank a bunch of free throws there. Sinks his first tonight. Puts ICA on top first.
And the second is good. Colonial looking for their first shot of the game. It's Kavanaugh, he'll swing. Marinelli right back to Kavanaugh. Pass is stolen by the Whirlwinds. Degbelow in transition. And Degbelow now with the quick 4 as we approach 7 minutes remaining in the opening frame. ICA winning in transition, Ryan. We talked about that against Heritage Hall. They won when you ran and stretched the floor. Colonial's going to have to keep them kind of in that half-court set all evening long.
Yeah, Colonial's got to watch out for those turnovers. There are 2 already so far tonight. They've shown glimmers of hope throughout this season.
And the big man, Jake Gilbert, with the 3, 7-0. The ICA lead. It's a timeout. We'll step out. 6:53 remaining in quarter number 1.
Coming back from the timeout, Colonial comes off playing Suburban Tuesday night. They fell to them 66-45. They've shown glimmers of hope and athleticism over their last several games, but have dropped 5 of their last 6. They're down 6-0 right now. We'll have to see what they do, Bergeron.
They're going to have to get some sort of offense going here early on, maybe get a good look inside. And you want to get these high percentage, high quality shots inside just like that. It's up too strong, and they missed. But shots like that, you want to get them to fall early. You don't want to avoid falling into a hole against this ICA team. This is stolen. It's a turnover. Here comes Colonial. That was Gabriel Rogers, and it's stolen right back. Tucker right down Broadway with the right hand, and he extends the lead to 8.
I think this is going to be a game of rebounds and steals at the way the first 2 minutes is going, Bergeron.
Kavanaugh, top of the perimeter. He wanted inside. Pass was intended for Ronan Young. It'll stay with the Cougars off the kick. Fortunate call there for Colonial.
This is our first matchup of the season for ICA versus Colonial. What happens tonight could be a preview for what happens in just under 2 weeks when the teams face off again.
Trying to split the Red Sea was Kavanaugh. It'll go out of play, but it'll stay with The Cougars, 5:50 remaining in quarter number 1. ICA with the 8-point lead. Colonial to inbound in front of the ICA bench.
Colonial's got to be careful here. They can't lose steam. They got to keep up the pace. Ronan Young with the ball there, trying to put Colonial on the board early.
5:30 remaining. It's Kavanaugh directing traffic. Logan Bruce down to Rogers, and he couldn't convert. Tucker in transition. Stevens, Degblow inside with the right hand. Ryan, that's going to be there all night long.
That height on Degblow, when he gets inside the paint, it makes it quite easy for him to just put those layups in.
So runner off the mark. Here comes Tucker, the right hand, and it's good.
ICA definitely keeping that tempo up, just like their typical playbook is as they come out strong in the first quarter.
And Coach Joseph Gannon telling his team to slow things down. Find a good look. They've had a couple good high percentage shots, just can't get them to fall early. Rogers baseline, scoop, can't get it to go. Here comes Jack Tucker.
ICA winning the rebound game here early in the first quarter.
Degblow missed everything on the putback. Here comes Colonial. Kavanaugh from beyond the arc. Takes an ICA bounce, rebounded by Jack Tucker. Here comes Kyle Stevens. Stevens had the hot hand early against Heritage Hall. Double teamed on the baseline. Gilbert, right hand, off the iron, put back, no good. He's blocked by Ronan Young. Young will reset. And Stevens is going to pick up a foul right in front of the official. That'll be his team's first. Daniel Stevens, head coach of the Whirlwinds, not happy with the call. Not happy with the play, rather. That's going to be called every time. Here's Young to Mirinelli. Mirinelli, right hand, off the iron, and again takes the whirlwind bounce. Ryan Colonial coming up empty here, still down 12.
Yeah, if Colonial is going to hang around here, Ronan Young's going to have to control the glass, help direct his team.
That's Stevens with the baseline runner. First bucket of the evening.
Last meeting between these two last January, ICA pulled it out 45-35. ICA scoring at a much quicker clip start of this game.
And Ethan Tucker with the layup. The lead is now 16. Young, top of the perimeter. It's Mirinelli, has a strip by Tucker. Ethan Tucker with the right hand, and it's good. We'll get a 30-second timeout, courtesy of Daniel Stevens. ICA out to the early 18-0 lead. Fans, tonight's Indiana Christian Academy varsity basketball broadcast is proudly supported by the Whirlwind Cafe. Ryan, what's on the menu tonight? It is Tucker's Barbecue when you stop by Whirlwind Cafe. Be sure to try one of Tucker's signature smoked barbecue combos, the F4, the F5, or the F6. Here's the best part. A portion of every purchase goes directly to support the students and families of Indiana Christian Academy. So whether it's coffee in the morning, barbecue after the game, you're not just feeding your family, you're fueling Christian education. Whirlwind Cafe, proud to serve Tucker's Barbecue and proud to support Indiana Christian Academy.
ICA off to a very large 18-point run here. Things have snowballed pretty quickly. Coach Gannon for Colonial hopefully giving his team some tips on how to slow this ICA pace down.
Young inside, little turnaround jumper off the mark. And Ryan, that's been the story thus far in the contest. We'll get a foul. And the foul will be on number 12 for Colonial. It's Peter Marinelli. That'll be his first, team's second. For the story in the contest thus far, Colonial just with the lid on the basket. Had a lot of good looks inside. I haven't been able to convert. As we approach 1:55 remaining in the opening frame, is Young inside, little elbow jumper that missed everything, put back, and that's off the mark, courtesy of number 22, Andrew Hepworth.
ICA dominating in the defensive
Stevens for three, and he gets it to go. Kyle Stevens, his first three of the night, and Ryan, if he gets an open look, he's more than likely to make it.
Kyle Stevens made over 60 three-point shots. He's made well over 30% of those. There's another one for him tonight.
Tucker inside, kicks back out. Stevens inside, jump stop, right hand, counted, and a foul. Kyle Stevens to the line, trying to complete the three-point play. The foul will be on Garrett Kavanaugh. That'll be his second and team's first of the period. 23-0 with 54 seconds remaining in quarter number one.
The momentum here is all ICA at this point, Bergeron.
Colonial's going to have to start stringing together some successful offensive possessions as Stevens completes the three-point play. He'll come out. In comes Jensen Arnett. Daniel Stevens mixing up his lineup.
We saw some good looks from Daniel Stevens' men off the bench on Tuesday night. We'll see what they're able to put together here on this first possession for them.
Lehman baseline. In trouble. Ethan Ainsworth over to Drew Gilbert. Arnett's pass intended for Ainsworth is corralled by Ainsworth. Gilbert, Achenbach. Kicks back. ICA can hold. 15 seconds remaining in the quarter. Arnett has to kick. Gilbert in the corner for three. That's off the mark. Arnett with the rebound. 5 seconds remaining. And he's fouled. Wait for a call from the official. And the foul will be on number 24, Isaac Grubb. That'll be his first and team's fourth of the period. 5.7 seconds remaining. Ainsworth kicks out. Gilbert's got to get it off. Three-pointer is off the mark. So as we head to the second quarter, ICA up 24-0. That's been all Whirlwinds from Indiana Christian Academy. Back inside Camo Court, he's Ryan Baisley. I'm Bergeron Crispin as we get ready for second quarter action. Ryan, your takeaways from quarter number one.
Daniel Stevens starters came off very hot out of there, putting up 24 points. They got some great looks by Kyle Stevens. Great work in transition, moving down the court. Colonial's got to slow the pace of the game down and put some points on the board.
Stepping out of bounds was Andrew Hepworth. So it'll be ICA basketball off the turnover. Not how you want to start your first possession after the break.
ICA has done a great job. Defensive rebounds, offensive rebounds.
And Ryan, you might see a heavy dose of this second lineup for Daniel Stevens in the second quarter. Stolen by Arnett to get some of these guys some more experience and rest the starters.
It's another thing ICA has done well tonight already in this first quarter's steals. We saw another one right there.
Very opportunistic are the Whirlwinds. Ainsworth from downtown takes a whirlwind bounce. And he gets it to go. The lead now 27.
ICA has turned this home court into a fortress. 20 straight wins. At the rate this is going, 21 will not be far in the future.
First bucket of the evening, courtesy of Peter Marinelli.
Colonial needed that basket, get them on the board, try and gain some momentum with that.
Ainsworth says, I'll have another bang, bang, bang. Ethan Ainsworth from downtown. The lead back to 27.
Ethan Ainsworth got to be happy with that shot. 2 in a row from outside the arc.
That's stolen by Achenbach, stolen right back by Rogers. He's bumped by Achenbach. He'll pick up his first foul. Daniel Stevens saying, what are you doing?
Yeah, Achenbach had some ball handling struggles Tuesday night against Heritage Hall. We saw it there again, opportunity with a great steal to move down the court and just lost it there.
So we'll get a timeout, 30-3. It'll be a full timeout. We'll step away. Whirlwind fans, tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the ICA Sideline Store, your official home for Whirlwind gear. Whether you're in the stands at home or cheering from across the state, you can rep ICA in style with hoodies, hats, tees, and more. You can look as sharp as my partner, Ryan Baisley, all official school colors and designs. Every purchase directly supports Indiana Christian Academy students and programs. So you're not just wearing the logo, you're strengthening the mission. Visit the ICA Sideline Store today. Grab your Whirlwind gear and show your school spirit loud and proud. At the ICA Sideline Store, Whirlwind fans get game day ready. It'll be Colonial basketball opposite the Whirlwind bench. Kavanaugh to inbound. And Ryan, if you're Joseph Gannon at this point, 6 minutes remaining in the opening half, you're down 27. What's your messaging to your team at this point?
I think if I'm Joseph Gannon, I'm telling my team, men, we need to play disciplined ball at this point. Okay, we need to not give up steals. We need to be securing the ball, get those rebounds, and try and put some points on the board.
That's a three-pointer is good. That's Garrett Kavanaugh.
Colonial clearly right now 24 points under. They're the underdog, but they've got shooters. We've seen 2 good shots there from them. Threes obviously can change the momentum fast.
They've had a lot of open looks inside. And Lehman, his first bucket of the evening. Three-pointer from the corner. Here comes Gilbert, and Gilbert gets it to go. I understand getting threes on back-to-back trips down for Colonial, but you had a lot of time. I don't know if you like just getting the three right off the bat. Maybe work a system, get a good look instead of just throwing something up right away.
You're not seeing a lot of work, I would say, inside the paint for Colonial. They're moving the ball well around the arc. They're just set plays aren't working.
Achenbach kicks Lehman for three, and he gets it to go. So 5 points on the affair for Hayden Lehman. 37-6, the ICA lead. 4:30 remaining in the first half. That was off the iron for Mirinelli. As blocked by Aiden Lehman. So to the line to shoot three, number 14, John Hepworth.
ICA been playing it pretty safe. Not many fouls for them tonight.
And Hepworth can't get the first to go. 37-6. The ICA lead. And if you're Daniel Stevens' squad, when you're up by this much, you don't want to get sloppy, whether it's on the offensive or the defensive end, by fouls like that. You want to make sure you're still working your playbook. In comes Kyle Stevens, Paxton Blue, and Gavin Lehman.
Coach Gannon on this end of the floor giving his team some pointers, preparing them for their next defensive run.
Degbelow back into the game for the Whirlwinds. 37-8, 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Blue to Stevens. Stevens is passed for Blue, picked off Ronan Young, and he loses the handle. Out of play. It'll be last touch by Gavin Lehman. And it'll be Cougar basketball. And in comes Donnie Young, the forward, number 34. And out comes number 24, Isaac Grubb. Three-point attempt off the mark for Mirinelli. Last touch by Lehman. It'll be Cougar basketball.
Good run here by Colonial. A few minutes of possession. 2 offensive opportunities back to back due to some turnovers and some fouls.
And Ronan Young gets his first bucket of the afternoon. His first three-pointer as well.
Ronan Young averaging about 13 points a game for Colonial. We'll see what he's able to turn out the rest of the night.
And Gavin Lehman with the answer. 40-11. That was sky high and off the mark. Rebounded by Degbelow. Scramble for the basketball. Kept in play by Blue. Degbelow with the right hand. Too strong. Rebounded by Donnie Young. So wasted possession there from ICA.
That possession is probably one of the quickest we've seen so far tonight, Rajan.
Last touched by the Cougars. It's off the hands of Gabriel Rogers. It'll be ICA basketball. 2:49 remaining in the first half. It's been all ICA so far, but Colonial starting to string together some better possessions. Stevens, opportunistic, right hand, can't get the whirlwind bounce, rebounded by Ainsworth. Ainsworth goes cross court. Lehman drives right down Broadway, but is blocked by Young. Back-to-back empty possessions for the Whirlwinds. Ronan Young kicks out.
ICA needs to slow the tempo down. They've been managing the ball well. A couple looks on that. A little sloppy.
Lehman for three, that's off the mark. And we'll get a foul. It'll be Colonial basketball. And going over the back was Degblow. That'll be his first and team's third of the period. So back in come the starters for Daniel Stevens. The score is still 40-11, but Ryan, he must not have liked what he was seeing from that second group. A little sloppy, wanting to get his starters back in there before we head to half. Young, a little fit away, too strong, rebounded by Young. Too strong again, kept alive by the Cougars.
A lot of aggressive play recently by Colonial down here at their end of the court on the offense.
Last touch by Young, it'll be ICA basketball. Under 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Seen a lot more physicality between both teams this second quarter.
Passes 10 for Degeblow. Jack Tucker had his pocket picked. Here comes Ronan Young. Young inside through traffic. Can't get the Cougar bounce. Rebounded by Degblow.
Colonial not giving up. A lot of hustle there by the team. Another giveaway.
Colonial faithful wanted a foul, didn't get it. Stevens with the right hand off the glass. And it's good. 42-11 the score, under minutes of play. Some pretty sloppy possessions from ICA. Coach, 30 seconds remaining. Marinelli, Donnie Young, passes intended for Young. And out of play, it'll stay with the Cougars. They'll inbound in front of the ICA bench. 27 seconds remaining.
ICA's typical tap, fast tempo. Maybe a little too fast right now.
Stepping out of play was the combination of Degblow and Gilbert. So the Cougars will get another possession. Young inside, tied up with Degeblow. The possession arrow favors the Whirlwinds, so they can hold for the last shot. 13.6 remaining in the half. Tucker to Degblow, and it's stolen by Colonial. Too strong off the mark, 5 seconds remaining. Stevens, Tucker inside. And we'll get a foul with 9/10 of a second remaining. So to the line goes Ethan Tucker. The foul's number 10, Garrett Kavanaugh. That's his third. So Kavanaugh in foul trouble here late in the second.
That was a quick change of possession from one end of the court to the other there, Bergeron.
As he can't get the first to go. Looking a little lackadaisical from the free throw line. Tucker can't convert on the second. But it'll take us to the half. ICA started out strong, kind of slipped late in the second. Colonial with signs of life as we head to the third. ICA up 42-11 from Anderson, Indiana. Back inside Indiana Christian Academy, he's Ryan Baisley. I'm Rashawn Crispin. As we get set for second half action, it was all Whirlwinds, and the first quarter began in the second quarter, and then Ryan, kind of the wheels fell off a little bit as we got towards the end of the second quarter. I know that second group was in, but the fundamentals were off, some turnovers, some sloppy fouls. What did you see there in the second quarter from ICA?
Yeah, the number of steals, number of lost defensive possessions where they were giving things up that they likely shouldn't have been giving up. I think the tempo caught up with them. Colonial started putting some points on the board. They started to get a little shaky. We'll see if they're able to create some more separation going into this third quarter. Colonial definitely turned it around that second quarter, coming out, I think, 11 points. We'll see what they're able to string together as we start the third.
If you take that, this is similar to the Heritage Hall game. If you take that second quarter scoring, for both teams, it was a lot closer. It was that first quarter, game in and game out, where ICA gets ahead and they just kind of coast. And a little uncomfortable there in that second quarter. It'll be Colonial. What do you want to see from Colonial in this first possession?
I think if I'm Coach Gannon, I'm hoping for points on the board off this first possession. See if we can set the pace and the tempo to string some runs together.
Kept in bounds by Colonial. Gabriel Rogers. Ronan Young inside. He's immediately triple team, stolen by Arnett. Arnett in transition to Gilbert. Blue was off the mark, rebounded by Young. You saw in that possession, Ronan Young, the leading scorer. Ryan, as you mentioned, the outset, three-point attempt off the mark. Colonial will reset, but he's immediately triple team whenever he touches the ball.
Yeah, you saw some good discipline there on the ICA side. Opportunity to score, took a second, passed off. Second quarter, we saw a lot of that, just trying to go to the basket and get the points. There was a little bit more discipline there on that possession.
That was another good look from Ronan Young. He just couldn't get it to go. And that was the story of that first quarter. A lot of high percentage shots inside. I just couldn't convert. And so it's Drew Gilbert, top of the key. Now Arnett to Lehman downstairs. Lehman botting up Young, spin move. He's fouled on the head of the line to shoot two. And Ronan Young will pick up his first foul and first of the period. Nice little move inside there, courtesy of Gavin Lehman. And fans, while my partner Ryan Baisley is enjoying the Whirlwind Cafe, tonight's broadcast is a great time to introduce you to something brand new. Inside ICA, the official podcast of Indiana Christian Academy. Inside ICA takes you behind the scenes with coaches, teachers, students, and special guests, sharing the stories, the faith, and the mission that make ICA such a special place. You hear powerful testimonies, school updates, and inspiring conversations you won't find anywhere else. Find Inside ICA on YouTube. Just search Inside ICA and subscribe so you never miss an episode, where faith, family, and Whirlwind pride come together.
Don't be dogging my Whirlwind Cafe, Bergeron. I didn't get my Tucker.
The nuggets and fries here. What do we got?
I got some chicken tenders, fries, and a cheese stick.
So if you're 7 years old, you're thrilled right now. As Ainsworth, little push off, no call, and he gets it to go.
All of those Tucker classics you were talking about earlier, Bergeron, must have been a hot item tonight because that was all gone.
Three-point attempt was off the mark from Logan Bruce. Not a play, and it'll stay with the Whirlwinds. And now the officials will talk things over. Yeah, they'll just switch places. And Joseph Gannon can't believe the call. .550 remaining in the third. Blue want to drive baseline. Not a play. Last touched by Miernelli. So it'll be ICA basketball. They'll inbound opposite the ICA bench.
I think you've seen some adjustments from Colonial here. Second quarter, very physical, great opportunities. That's continued here into the early first quarter.
Ainsworth's three-point attempt rims out. Lehman with the aggressive play. Last touch by Lehman. That'll be Colonial basketball. Officiating crew took about 2.5 business days to make that decision, but they finally got it right.
Ronan Young trying to lead his team, build some momentum, direct traffic on the offensive end.
Rogers for three. Off the mark, rebounded by ICA. Here comes Gilbert. Oh, they dropped him. Arnett from the corner. Last touched by Ronan Young. It'll stay with ICA. So in comes Aiden Lehman and Isaac Grubb for Colonial. 45-11 your score.
ICA continuing to rotate their scorers, not trying to force anything. In the dominant position in this game right here.
And Lehman comes up short. Here comes Mirinelli, coast to coast with the right hand. He's fouled. And he'll head to the charity stripe to shoot two. And Gavin Lehman will pick up his first. And team's first of the period.
Colonial knows they can't trade possessions. Back and forth, they need clean looks.
I'd like to see Mirinelli there with the aggressive coast-to-coast drive. Mirinelli now with 5. And make it 6 after the Cougar bounce.
Brajan, you have to wonder, will this same type of tempo repeat in 2 weeks when ICA goes to Colonial?
I think Colonial's going to learn their lesson. It's going to force ICA to play in kind of that half-court set, and you see they're starting to create turnovers. And this is the second group. But Colonial's being a little more opportunistic, and they've learned that you can't beat them if you're going to run in transition. ICA will run you out the gym, but we'll get a 30-second timeout. Courtesy of Daniel Stevens. 45-15 your score. 4:08 remaining in the third. This is a Colonial Christian team that looks a little bit better than their 2-7 record indicates. They're 1-6 at home and 1-1 on the road. 2 conference wins against Heritage Hall. Won them both. The losses to Suburban, Cross Point, Tabernacle, and Heartland. Next week, Tuesday, they'll take on Cross Point at home. Good opportunity for them to get back in the win column. We approach 4 minutes left to play. Achenbach inside through traffic. Has to kick out. It is Tucker to Plew.
Colonial showing some flashes here of positive opportunity.
Mirinelli again tipped out of play. It'll stay with the Cougars. It looks like he wanted a foul. So it'll be Ronan Young to inbound. A little surprising to see their score, Ronan Young inbounding. But we'll go to Mirinelli, and they go right back to Young. Inside, has to kick out. Rogers, 3-point attempts, off the mark. Ronan Young had it stripped by Achenbach. Here comes Ethan Tucker.
Ronan Young trying to press Achenbach there back at the line. Achenbach able to get it down the court. Lehman rolls it around the rim there.
Here comes Grubb. Mirinelli, little jumper. Oh, that's off the mark. Rebounded by Lehman. Here comes Tucker in transition. He heard footsteps and it rims out. Back-to-back empty possessions for the Whirlwinds.
Achenbach trying to give it back to Ronan there, putting the pressure on him at his end line.
Marinelli to Grubb. Pass was intended for Young, but he corrals. Young with the right hand. No foul call, much to the chagrin of the Cougar faithful. Achenbach with the right hand, right down Broadway, and had it blocked by Ronan Young. Took his lunch money, and Colonial in transition.
Last 3 possessions, those two have been right at it. Timeout by Coach Gavin.
So 45-18. ICA still with a comfortable lead. The Cougars playing motivated. It'll be a timeout. So we'll step out. 45-18, your score from Anderson in Indiana.
Fries and 1 cheesesteak.
2:06 remaining in the third. It is Ethan Tucker inside a deck below. He gets to go.
ICA kind of been stuck at this 30-point lead. Can't seem to create any additional separation there with Colonial.
Under 2 minutes to play, and Achenbach will pick up a foul. That'll be his second. And right in front of the official, he bodied up number 12, Peter Marinelli.
ICA continuing to test Colonial's discipline here with the pace they're playing at.
Marinelli inside with the right hand. Too strong off the back of the iron. Ronan Young getting ready to check back in after the quick breather. Tucker a little runner and it's good. Donnie Young in the corner. Can't get the Cougar bounce. Scramble for possession. We'll get a tie up, and the arrow favors the Whirlwinds. And in comes Ronan Young. I know the arrow favors the Whirlwinds, but the next time down it'll favor the Cougars. So if you're Colonial, you can afford to be a little aggressive and put your hands on the ball and create a tie up with 1:03 remaining in the third. Tucker to Lehman. Achenbach cross court. Tucker, he swings. Gilbert. No, Tucker couldn't get it to go.
No,
The back door was open.
He found that open space right down the middle there and just too strong.
Marinelli kicks to Ronan Young. Back to Marinelli. Marinelli for 3. Begblow with the rebound. Here comes ICA. 20 seconds remaining in the third. Gilbert.
Matchup between Degblow and Ronan Young. Both men roughly same size, same height. It's a good matchup there in the middle.
We'll get a whistle. And quickly, Achenbach will pick up his third. So Achenbach in foul trouble. Young to inbound with 6.5 ticks remaining in the third. Marinelli gets a screen. Has to get it up. Little jumper, a short. So that'll take us to the fourth. ICA up 49-18. We'll be right back after the break.
All right, fans, we're back here about to start the fourth quarter. ICA up 49, Colonial 18. Colonial starts with possession here.
And Ryan, if you're Colonial, right now it's just about execution. It's just about getting little things done right, going back to the basics and the fundamentals. And this is where experience matters. I mean, if you're Colonial, you just want to make sure that you take care of the basketball. You've been here before. And you just want to start together, you just want to start stringing together some good offensive possessions. You know, every rebound, every loose ball, it just feels more magnified in this fourth quarter. At least those are the notes I've got.
Foul by number 24 there. Tucker inbound to Tucker.
The law firm of Tucker & Tucker. Stevens along the perimeter. He's looking for Degbelo inside. Kicks out, they swing. Stevens, I had a look, drives baseline, little floater, and it's good. I'd like to see that out of the junior and Kyle Stevens, kind of taking that high percentage shot inside instead of taking that forced three.
You got that defensive block there by number 21, Jay Gilbert, blocking out Ronan.
Oh, Stevens thought about it. Tucker drives baseline. He's fouled. And will head to the line to shoot two. Fouls number 12. Peter Marinelli. ICA looking to extend their home win streak to 21. Gets a whirlwind bounce, 52-18. Out comes Garrett Kavanaugh with 3 fouls on 3 points.
ICA been averaging about 68 points a game their last 5 games. Colonial giving up 56.
Degbelo loses control. As Colonial will regroup. Grubb, Marinelli, off the mark. A lot of these shots just haven't fallen for Colonial. They've had good looks.
Juniors Young and Marinelli there help lead this Colonial team, give them some of that age and depth that they need.
And Degbelo's fouled. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Foul number 24. It's Isaac Grubb. Degbelo kind of quiet in that third quarter as he gets the first of 2 to go. comes Colonial.
Running clock, rest of the game, 35-point spread.
And right on cue, Ronan Young picks up a 3.
This ICA depth is definitely wearing Colonial down at this point.
Stevens kicks. Tucker for 3. Bang, bang, bang. Ethan Tucker will add to the stat sheet. 56-21 your score.
ICA's turned their defense into some massive offensive opportunities here.
Peter Marinelli the other way. Here comes Kyle Stevens. Tucker inside. DeGeblo is blocked by Ronan Young, but he'll pick up the foul. DeGeblo picks up his frequent flyer miles at the free throw line. First of 2 is good.
Colonial faithful trying to rally their team here and give them some encouragement.
Can't capitalize on the second. We approach 5 minutes remaining in the contest. Marinelli to Peyton Tarr. Ronan Young is blocked by Jake Gilbert. Gilbert now in transition. Stops with the right hand, and it's good.
That's good discipline right there by Jake Gilbert. Ronan Young, he knows he's going to go up for that block. Let him pass. Drop it in for an easy bucket.
Young, too strong. Rebounded by Young. The putback, second time, is not the charm. And here comes ICA. Tucker over the timeline. Drive. Degbelow loses control. And Tucker stepped out of play. So back in comes Aiden Lehman and Achenbach after the brief hiatus. There's a running clock the rest of the way. Marinelli. Peyton Tarr, top of the perimeter. Marinelli for 3. Off the back of the iron, rebounded by Achenbach.
Marinelli's great scoring option there for Colonial between him and Ronan Young for the rest of the season.
Kyle Stevens finds the bottom of the net. 62-23.
A lot of opportunity for those two to help lead this Colonial team going forward.
Peyton Tarr almost had a pretty stupid score. Here comes Kyle Stevens. Baseline. Hesitates. Blocked by Ronan Young. Out of play. And he'll stay with ICA.
Ronan Young had a number of blocks on a number of ICA players tonight, right down there guarding the paint.
That's a good job of just timing it up. Achenbach with the right hand, and it's good. Achenbach will pick up his 4th. To the line goes Ronan Young.
ICA has definitely earned this lead with the effort they've put in tonight. Colonial, though, not giving up.
It is a story of 2 halves. ICA came out early, as they typically do. Ran up a big lead, kind of faltered late in the second. The third quarter belonged to Colonial. And the fourth quarter, ICA has put the foot on the gas. And has taken the big lead. Here comes Ainsworth. Under 3 to play. Ainsworth kicks to Lehman.
Still see a lot of physicality and defensive playing by Colonial there.
Out of play, it'll be Colonial basketball. Peyton Tarr picked up by Ainsworth. Ronan Young right down Broadway with the right hand.
Both teams well aware, less than 10 days they will see each other again.
And if you're Joseph Gannon's Cougars, what are you picking up this go-round when they meet again in 10 days?
Got to be patient, got to be disciplined. Work on those shots that are high opportunity or high percentage. And don't let ICA come out hot in that first quarter. Got to control the tempo in that first quarter so they don't run up a 20-point lead.
Ainsworth for three. That missed everything out of play. And it'll belong to the Cougars. So ICA will improve to 14-1 as they continue their season campaign and improve to 4-0 in conference. Whirlwind fans, make sure to watch your Whirlwinds as they take on Cross Point Academy on January 23rd at 7 p.m. on the road.
Great heads-up play there by Jensen Arnett, looking for that pass across, stepping into the middle, fouled on his way down to the offensive end.
Colonial will drop to 2-8 and 2-5 in conference, and they'll play host to Cross Point on the 20th. Shot off the mark from Jensen Arnett. And Ryan, we can look at the scoreboard and see the difference here, 64-26 with a minute remaining. But it really has felt at times this game has been a lot closer than the scoreboard has displayed. As he gets a second of two to go.
Yeah, if I'm Daniel Stevens, that halftime conversation with my men, it was probably going to be pretty rough that second quarter with a lot of opportunities, but turned into a lot of mistakes for ICA. Going into the third quarter, didn't get much better, but we've seen a change here this fourth quarter for the Whirlwinds.
Peyton Tarr, top of the perimeter. Young spins with the right hand. A pretty move inside, Donnie Young. 30 seconds remaining. Ainsworth drives. Too strong.
Trying to go all the way there and throws it away.
It'll be ICA basketball. And Lehman will hold, so that'll do it. ICA winners 65-28 as they extend their win streak at home to 21. All around solid effort from the Whirlwinds as they continue their 2025-2026 season campaign. So for Ryan Baisley, I'm Bergeron Crispin, and we say thanks to our crew, and we'll see you next time. Thank you for tuning in so long, and good night.